Hello, my name is Justin Nam, and I am the youth ministry pastor at the Church of Philippi. When I first arrived at this church about 4.5 years ago, one of the main things that I noticed was how seriously we took discipleship. Honestly, it was a little overwhelming, but I saw that there was a lot to gain from it. In my first year here, I started Mansa with a Philippi 청년부 member named Yanni, and it was a really great experience. We went through the regular English material for Mansa together, and while this was helpful, what I really appreciated about that time was the fellowship that we shared, the space to talk about our lives, to be in the Word together, and to pray together. After that experience, I knew I wanted to have a one-on-one discipleship with youth students as well. And so I felt the Lord call me to connect with a student named Justin Chen. And that was during his senior year of high school. I knew that the Mansa book content was probably not the best fit for us. So I decided to use a book that I've used previously called Basic Christianity by John Stott. And we met for about 4 months each week to share about our lives, to talk about the book material, and to pray together. I only made one rule for our Mansa time, and it was no matter how busy we are, how much work we have, how tired we are feeling, we will always meet each week at the same time. I made this rule because I wanted to emphasize that the most important thing about this time was that we were committed to a relationship together. Not just a class or discipleship, but a friendship where even though we might be busy or tired, we would prioritize how important it would be to share and connect together. That Mansa time was really special, and I felt it was equally impactful for myself and Justin to have a regular time of life sharing, to talk about what God was saying and doing in our lives, and to pray together. I thought I was going to lead our time and teach Justin, but I realized through this experience how much I also needed a space and a person to share with, to cry with, to laugh with, and to grow as brothers with. After Mansa finished, we continued our friendship, and Justin has truly been one of the greatest blessings of my life. Even during the COVID-19 pandemic, Justin and I decided that we both wanted to have Mansa again. More specifically, we wanted to have a time for fellowship and sharing and prayer together. And so through Zoom, we read the book, The Good and Beautiful Life by James Bryan Smith each week, and we met to discuss and share together. In my experience and in my opinion, Mansa is about more than just the book material or even how good the leader is. What was most important for myself and Justin was that we were meeting and loving and caring for each other each week through difficult times, good times, or anything in between. And all of that was done with a focus on who God is and what He is calling us to. I have seen so much growth personally in my own life from this experience and in Justin's life. It has been such a joy to watch him turn into a great leader, a friend, and a brother in Christ for so many around him. I'm deeply grateful for my Mansa experience, one that was focused on committed fellowship, sharing, and most importantly, honoring God.
Hello, my name is Justin Che, and I am currently a third year attending University of Pennsylvania as a pre-medical student. I want to share about my experience with Mansa with Philippi and how impactful it was for me. I remember it was a Friday YM night during my senior year, and Pastor Justin told me that he has something kind of serious to ask after the night, so I was like, okay, sure. But I had no idea what he would ask. And it ended up being that he wanted to do Mansa with me. Pastor Justin gave me a couple of choices on what to read, and we ended up choosing to read Basic Christianity by John Stott. And we decided to meet once a week with the goal of sharing life together. We would read a chapter of the book on our own time and come to Mansa meeting ready to share about what we read. And then we also shared about our past week, things that we have been thankful for, things that we've been struggling with. And honestly, that was what was most encouraging and life-changing about the Mansa time. Of course, the book was very good, and I still remember a line from it that really impacted me. The author said, the closer you get to God, the more painfully aware you become of your own sins. I was just paraphrasing. I'm not sure where my book is now to verify, but yeah, the book was very impactful. All to say, what I remember most was being able to share life together by knowing what we were experiencing, thinking, what emotions we were feeling, setting goals for the next week to be accountable for each other and trying to become more like Jesus. Yeah, it was really nice to be able to get to know each other and to love each other in that way. And this lasted for around 13 weeks, and every meeting was so long. It was like 2 hours, and a lot was shared. But I don't regret a single meeting. Looking back on my life so far, I can confidently say that this Mansa experience was one of the most life-changing experiences that I've had. Yeah, so something that Pastor Justin said at the end of Mansa was that for our time to have been really worth it, we need to take what we experienced and do Mansa with others. We need to manna and sarang with others. So with that in mind, I was able to do something like Mansa with 2 other people since then. One of them was one of the younger YM students, and another one was one of my friends I met on campus. And for both of them, we went through the Bible and met once a week to share about the Bible as well as share about our lives. And yeah, both of them were very good for me, and I hope for the other person as well. And I see how God worked through my Mansa with Pastor Justin and helped me to overflow and to do Mansa with those around me. So yeah, I'm very glad to have had this experience, and yeah, thank you.